Okay, so here are some of my frontrunners from night one of The Bachelor and my first impressions. So immediately Daisy stuck out. I love her story growing up on a Christmas tree farm and how she adapted to her new life with a cochlear implant. I feel like she's gonna go really far. I also really liked Leia with the date card. Even though she was a little dramatic about it, she made the right decision and she was rewarded with the first impression rose. Jess is a bit of a wild card. She was the first one to get kissed, so she'll probably be around for a minute. I know Joey really liked the younger sister, Allison, but I wonder if he'll start to learn more about Lauren later on. Lexi was the first one out of the limo. Autumn had a moment. Kelsey had very romantic music and was heavily featured in the teaser. I felt bad for Evelyn because she did not get any time with Joey and she had the cutest butterfly clips, but thank God she ended up getting a rose. And Maria is a huge personality. This isn't necessarily someone that I see for Joey long term, but she is really fun, so I hope she stays around for a while and goes to paradise. I also really liked Sydney because I loved her high pony. Let me know in the comments which girls stuck out for you at night one and who you think the early frontrunners are. Okay, let's talk about the sisters, night one on The Bachelor. So Joey met two sisters last night, Allison and Lauren. And yes, I promise you, these are two different people. Lauren is 2 years older than Allison. It originally was Allison's idea to go on The Bachelor, but Lauren signed them up. And they originally were gonna go into the night not telling Joey that they are sisters, which I loved. I loved the mystery. The plan was to wait to tell him until after night one. However, they ended up folding and telling the rest of the girls in the house. And then Lauren, the older sister, was talking to Joey and younger sister Allison interrupted them. And then Allison even got the kiss with Joey, which was like a huge thing to Lauren. Since they talked to Joey back to back, he actually kind of figured it out that they were sisters since they have the same upbringing. So Lauren came in to join the conversation between Joey and Allison and they revealed they were sisters to Joey. I really did not like this. I felt like they should have stuck to their word and waited to tell him until after night one. They didn't have to talk to him back to back, or I guess they did because the producers probably wanted them to. But he ends up deciding to keep both of them. He gave Allison, the younger sister, the first rose at the rose ceremony, and Lauren, the older sister, the last rose. She was shaking in her boots. I love the idea of having two sisters on the show. It's different than twins, which we've had in the past. I just wish they kind of stuck to their word and didn't tell him night one. Joey did a bunch of interviews today to promote his season of The Bachelor, and here are some of the things he said. So he's 28 and he's actually ready to find his person. He said a lot of the women come out of the gate night one with some pretty bold moves. One girl comes out with a bunch of tennis balls and is like, I had the balls to be here. There's going to be a lot of tennis throughout the season because that's the sport that he's played and coached for years. After college, he moved to Hawaii for a few years because his uncle lived there and they played tennis there. And then he moved to Nashville for a couple years and then back to Hawaii, but now he's living with his family near Philadelphia. On Chicks in the Office, he said he maybe got a little too drunk at the Golden Wedding. And he also said that this season has an ending like never before. It's coined as like the most romantic season, but the ending has just never happened. So I don't know what that means. In all of his interviews, I felt like he was very media trained. Like he didn't miss a beat. No awkward silences. He just knew how to answer every question correctly. There really wasn't much spoilers or any like crazy tea. He's just like a very average, normal guy who's also pretty cute. There's really not much more to talk about until it starts. So see you guys on Monday. Okay, let's talk about Leia and her decision with the note that she received. So Leia is from Hawaii and she is one of the contestants on this season of The Bachelor. And she walked into night one with a secret note. The note was given to her on Charities after the final rose when she received the note from Joey in like a pre-meet the girls night one thing. So everyone all night is like, oh my God, what's in the note? And some people were throwing out theories that it could be an immunity or that she could have the power to send someone home. The theories were hilarious, but the note actually said that she would have the power to steal a one-on-one date from someone anytime before hometowns. And while most people would be excited about this power, Leia started crying. She was literally hysterical because she didn't want to take away any of the other girls' opportunities to form connections with Joey. So she read the card to Joey and they talked about it. And she decided that it's not in her character to keep it because if she's the one for Joey, she's going to be the one for Joey regardless of this advantage or not. So she told the rest of the girls. A few of them thought she was being a little dramatic because she was crying a lot, but she ended up throwing the note in the fire. I would have kept it. You never know when you're going to need that note. Watch her eat her words in a few weeks. She's gonna need that note. And maybe if she left early, she could have gave it to a friend. That note was powerful. She's gonna regret it. Mark my words. But it also was the right decision at the end of the day. It was very noble of her, and she actually was rewarded with the first impression rose. So Joey agreed with her decision, and she got the rose anyway. So good for Leia.